Hello all, this is Zimnala coming at you with a new adventure in the game of BallXPit. We are gonna be heading back into where we left off last time. Looks like we get our influx of 1 billion resources for building the passive thing before we left last night. That's absolutely ridiculous, and I don't know how to feel about that. Well, okay, we've got all that resources now. That definitely happened to us. Well, do I even need to even harvest anything anymore? What can I build? No more housing. Does anything need to be upgraded ever again? Bear with me as I just poke around. I don't think I left anything left to upgrade, but you know. I think we got it all. I'll say that's one thing that they probably could have used was a highlight things that need upgrades thing, you know? Find my upgrades. Yeah, let's get to bouncing. I think we've entered the later stages of this where you don't really need to do the bouncing nearly as much, so yeah. What do we have to do with that? Our itchy finger friend. I still say that sounds like an A, not an IT, but the game can decide that for itself. So we gotta do the Heavenly Gates. Who would we want to do that with? So their thing is that they can just like launch constantly, right? Where's the one where everything pierces and comes back? Who was that? That's not what I was looking for. Alright, so I think that these two together might actually work pretty good. Itchy Finger and Repentant, so yeah, let's go find them. Let's put them together. And maybe we'll start considering, since we're at this phase, a better setup for our gathering, our veteran rather than for focusing on that. We have enough other buildings that maybe we don't have to use those buildings for it. But we will definitely increase the size of our enclosure before we start settling on that. We just need to have a couple of runs of just money. Although I guess we could sell a billion things and just have all the money we need. So maybe we'll just take a couple seconds and sort things out. You know? Cause like I've been kind of like relying on this to block it off, but maybe I don't need to do it that way anymore. Maybe not. bear with me. I am just going to rearrange some things a little bit. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay. So close to having the space. Okay. So basically... So this would fit there if I only rotated, I suppose. Okay, so that does largely move them over there. That's the first thing I'm gonna do, is just start moving all of these ones to the corner here. Oh, because you're weird shaped, okay. I just have to make sure I get all the ones that are houses out of this hole. So the thing with buildings that are along like this is I really want to have as little of them in the places I can. Whereas all the tiny ones don't have any control over themselves, so they should be in there as much as they can be. But like essentially all the ones that are on this side of it, like the walls, I don't want them, like they can all be flat, I don't care about that. it is entirely possible that I don't actually need to go to all this effort, you know? I kinda just like doing it a little bit, so bear with me. Oh, it did have a little bit of a thing to it, okay. Understood, understood. So I'm sorting it into things that are buildings for people and things that are still things that could be put places. That kind of fits there. That's so close to fitting there, it's hilarious. Don't think this one's gonna fit the way it is. But that's okay. It's not strictly necessary that I fit literally everything in, but you know. Doesn't stop me from doing my best. And maybe there'll be a few more buildings along the way that we get that make this situation change too. So yeah, there's still a few things we got left kicking around, so definitely gonna utilize them a bit. The flagellant should still be a part of this somehow, because they also benefit from hitting it. Bam to bam. But I guess we're gonna try to involve a little less of them. So we can actually utilize this as well. We don't have to try to do everything on our own. We can utilize what we've done with this. But we should try to get these two involved because like they will definitely help each other out. So this does give us a little bigger of an area than we were using before, and that's fair. Let's see what this looks like if we were to bounce like this. So this might be the case where we actually want to do it the other way around coming up. We've been bouncing left to right, but maybe we'll start switching it up and doing the other way around. And that would, of course, mean we'd want to move that over too. But we can also get off my selection. Move the forest and whatnot over a bit. The thing is that we want to do this part relatively fast because this right here is the bounce speed, right? So then we want to almost immediately hit this. Which I'm thinking just means we want this to actually be a little sharper of a turn, just so it gets more going on with this. I'm thinking we're moving to like our end game aiming for this, so I'm fine if it just bounces right back, but I want it to hit this twice, right? So then the most important thing comes to actually boxing it into the area we want to settle with. And then we can work out the other little bits of this as we go. And that'll certainly do for now. Maybe we can do a little better. Like, as you can see, there's that. Maybe we can reduce this a little better. There we go. And then if we need to build anything, we can move the spike guy in here into the middle, and we can work that out. Like, it's not a problem. Now we just need to figure out where we want these three, because they can also chill in here. They could have also been part of this blockade as well. We could consider that, but I actually think that if we just construct this and stuff, it'll be better. Like, I want this part right here to all just be like free flowing, so this can be all of the wheat. And everything past here can be whatever. Why do you not want to move? There we go. It's so close to being manageable that it's a little frustrating, you know? I guess the rest of that will be like, if you went this far, you went too far kind of stuff, and congratulations for breaking through everything. Alright, so let's switch to, well, you came so close to letting me do it. That should do what we want. Bam, 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 bam. It's not perfect, but we'll refine it over time. Thanks for bearing with me for a little bit while we reorganized all of our nonsense. Now the other thing that we can do is set up the other half of this, which is just these dudes. I told you to go off, didn't I? That's right, we do still have these two buildings, don't we? So we had more to block off with. We'll worry about that in the future. But basically what we're aiming at this is setting up a generalized setup for how we want them to be intersecting with this. And the spendthrifts over there, I'd have to kind of move them out to deal with that, wouldn't I? I guess if I end up wanting to spend him out, I will just pull him out. Whatever. I don't see an effective way to strategize this otherwise. I guess I don't even need to work too hard on this, don't I? Like, this already covers all of these guys, so... So now, but now they're all mostly in the same place, so now I don't have to go looking for them. That was my other goal. Give myself some breathing room. So, okay, now back to what we were doing. It was the itchy and the repentant. So where's the repentant? Make sure they're in this lineup. They sure aren't. So the juggler does this. Cohabitants do this. And the empty nester does this. Are you the repentant? Are you the one I was looking for the whole time? You sure are. Alright, we're gonna move you out of here then. It is repenting time. I don't know how this is gonna go. The last level can be kind of spicy. We're gonna find out though. It definitely is a game changer to have what we have going on now. So I think we're gonna start off by getting the sun involved. I think the sun is a nice quality of life one. We can't do back damage, so that's something to be considered. What is that? Oh, did we boost the passive effective things? Because that 60% seems an awful lot. This definitely got stronger. I must have gotten a building that upgraded all of my passives, because it seems kind of nuts. I don't think I need one that increases the bounce speed, because it's going to come back to me when it reaches the back anyway, right? Let's get the side one. Let's get us some critical bonus. So all enemies are going to be on fire, so this is just a straight boost to us. I might do that because this is the last level. I don't need to experiment as much on the last level. I'll save my experimenting for when I know it's not a problem. I need this. I guess I could consider that, but for ice... yeah, I guess so. That's fine. And maybe ice laser would have ended up better, but... this won't help us at all. So far, so okay. Let's get our sun involved. That'll blind enemies and light them all on fire. Maybe we'll aim for that passive involving this in the boots. That might be a good passive to have. We did say we wanted the laser instead, so maybe I will aim for it now. Fine. Fine that we had already started building the other way. I'll find something else to do with the wind. There we go, bam, we got our second evolved ball. Still an undiscovered evolution with that, huh? Well, I guess we'll take it. Then we'll look at what else it could be used with. Maybe it's the new one, maybe it's not. Let's just get some vision. Either way, I'm feeling like we're doing alright. See what our new buildings will be when we unlock them. This is what we wanted. That'll pair nicely. Let's juggle combo it for a second. It'll have a real bad time. Yep, real bad for you. Definitely sucks. Get that because we'll probably get an evolution off of it immediately. Yep. And now we no longer get knocked back by our increased speed and all of our balls are fast. Good, good, good. Don't really care about those, unfortunately, for them. Looking for something good that we don't have. Well, it definitely isn't working with me, so that's unfortunate. I'll just get something useful. That isn't a terrible one. But I don't think I'm gonna aim for it immediately. Do we have all the charm things learned? So something fuses with cell that we don't know of. And I feel like it's not Broodmother. I feel like we've already tried that, but like, it has to be something basic, right? It wouldn't be a fuse with something more advanced, right? We are running into our last options for this, because we've already seen all these. We have all the darks. We do. We have all the ghosts. Yep. All the irons. All of these. Maybe it is Broodmother. Interesting. We'll be on the lookout for it. I guess we could find something to fuse with wind, but I mean... Yeah, with all the enemies blinded, there's a good chance that their projectiles and physical attacks don't actually hurt us, so this is very advantageous for us currently. Did I check what lightning has going on? Does this fuse with something else? We've seen them. Okay. Let's get lightning in here just to give Ghost something to do with its life. I mean wind. Let's see if we can't get that level before we pick that up. Hopefully. Get a fission. Fission. Oh, I said fission, not fusion. We're getting close to the next boss. We'll drop another one for us. But no question on whether it gives us something I want. It's not seeming especially likely currently. Do I just take the poison? Maybe. Poison laser, I mean. I don't know. I guess so. At least it'll be another evolved ball. crits, I guess. We are largely aiming for the sides of things, so it makes sense. I'll just add freezing into it. I think we're about as good as we're gonna get. We just need to find one more accessory and we are golden. I think we're gonna be okay this time. I think we got this one in the bag. Also noted we didn't get any new blueprints. I thought there were blueprints to find here, man. Have we found them all? Boss, new friend. Hello, giant owl face. What do you got going for us this time? You're gonna fly straight immediately? That's a great choice. Maybe. I think we do so much incidental damage that there's not much that any of the other ones shooting arrows at us can do. Still gonna take a little while to chew them down, though. But anything but his giant arrows can't even approach us. I guess in this scenario, blinding doesn't even matter. But it certainly doesn't hurt to have safety, you know? Yeah? You think this is gonna work? Goodbye. You did it. You flew. He sure is shooting. Look at you do it. You're doing it. the twins. So we got enough to upgrade our lift one more time. Blam. Level for Itchy Finger. We gained more for the Repentant. Boosted up our trophy. Let's put this back into play. Let us take these buildings that we had and consider how we want to utilize them to reduce this this area a little bit. Not gonna be too much. Like honestly, we do want some space for growth because we are largely there, but maybe we should in fact expand this and then block it off with these guys. So. Bam. We fully expand. Looks like now we could use that there, although actually it doesn't need to be that big, does it? Maybe you're the one that should be over here. Maybe? So yeah, that doesn't quite take it all the way to the wall, but we could do some other stuff with this, like we could also do this, for instance. You know? If we get a little creative with it, there's ways to make this all work. How did this thing go? Did it recover at all? A little bit. We can sell a little bit of this. I don't think there's any more expanding to do, right? We expanded out. I actually thought that would be an achievement, to be honest. But, I mean, having space is its own achievement, I suppose. At least we know there's no more of these kind of buildings that will unlock, so we can feel free to expand as we wish. So, yeah. So we'll get our quick 2 bounces in, and then we will. The second one doesn't make enough money to be worth it anymore. Okay, well now we know. Cool beans. But now it's easier for us to sort this out. So we have the tactician. He has to do with the fungal area, so I guess he's gonna be teaming up with the radical. They're gonna be going on their little adventure. Let's just make sure they're both in the square. The radical's here. The tactician's here. Well, you guys are gonna get to watch a lovely little cutscene I suppose, so get ready for that adventure. And yes, we will upgrade the lift, don't you worry. I just will do it after this. Y'all enjoy, I'll be back in a second while this does this. Hopefully it goes well. I believe in them. Alright, let's see what our friends have cooked up. Looks like they decided to go shotguns immediately. That's a bold choice. They got themselves, is that the succubus or is that the incubus? This will be the last characters that need to finish this area. Oh, their goblets shall never overflow it. Nice. I want the extra burn, huh? So much burn. They do seem to be having a little trouble clearing the enemies, though. I don't know how this is gonna go for them. But, I mean, they're not dying. Not yet, at least. shotgun full of love, huh? It was succubus after all, not the incubus. They have similar ways that they interact, though. I feel like if they can make it to the end of it, they'll probably be fine, but like, it's gonna be the third quarter that determines this. They haven't really chosen much in the way of accessories that I think will benefit them, but you know, I'm not gonna be too critical. They are definitely not dying so far. Oh yeah, I definitely have. I've been waiting for it for a while. I'm excited. I'm still exploring the base game though, so I'm not in too much of a rush. Are you excited for it? Ah, they went lightning rod. We don't know how many of those lead to new evolutions, but yeah, that'd be cool. There are still a lot of combinations that don't lead to anything, so having more evolutions that possible would be quite nice. But if they add more balls into the rotation, they should add more rerolls too, because like you'll end up with problems that way if you dilute it enough. It's already hard enough to get exactly what you want, probably. Unless that's what they want, is you just have to settle for whatever. Although I really don't know how I feel about that offline one, because I came back with like 40,000 like wood and whatnot, and I'm like, that's like, I played all day and I wasn't even here. I thought that was too much resources. And I guess I already noted that there might be... Well, yeah, but if you're at the point where you need it and the costs are that high, then there's no point to the manual stuff anymore. Like, it's... Maybe there was never a point, you know? But I was having fun with the manual min-maxing, you know? But like, if it really doesn't matter at all, then that would explain why my friend was so frustrated that I was having fun with it. And I hope you have to build every single level of it so there's still a reason to bounce around. But I do think that this team is gonna make it through this level. I'm not sure I would have picked any of the choices it did, but... Although, I will say that the lightning rod's not so bad. No accessories was a bold choice, my guy. Oh, what a choice. Sometimes it's funny just to see what the computer will pick. But I mean, I can't argue with the fact that it's still winning. But yeah, Tactician is a little slow, unfortunately. I'm actually interested if we'll have trouble with this with all the rushing ones with its setup. Well, so far it doesn't seem too bad for it. Definitely nibbling this boss down, that's for sure. Well, that kind of worked out. Well, they certainly did it. Nice. More levels. So now we can upgrade to get the last level open. Blam. Vast Void. What's going on there? I'm just gonna look at it. I'm not gonna start it. I'm just looking. So 7 blueprints. Yeah, we got all the blueprints here, I guess. What are the prices here? We can sell a little bit of this, a little bit of this, and a little bit of this. Get the most out of it. Okay, now we can do our bouncing. Well, maybe we can build another forest up. Nope, that'll do it for that. Now I am gonna take like a short, like 2 or 3 minute break. I'll be back with you in a moment. I will not be stopping the stream, just chilling for a second. I'll be back in a second. Bye bye for now.